The War with Grandpa. Read aloud by Mrs. Carter. Chapter 3. A Room Without Gloom. Let me tell you about my room. I love it. I was born here. Well, I was born in a hospital, really, but I have lived in this room all my life. 10 years so far. My crib used to be in the corner near the window that looks out on the driveway. Now, my bed is along the long wall. I have these bookshelves right behind my headboard, and my high-intensity lamp is there, too. My desk is in the corner where my crib used to be, and I can look out the window while I do my homework. I have these yellow toy cabinets with all my stuff in them. On top of the cabinets are shoe boxes where I have all my baseball cards. There's a thick carpet on the floor that used to tickle my feet when I was little. And I have a poster up on the wall over my dresser of Hank Aaron hitting his 715th home run. This room is mine. Nobody else in my family has ever lived here. Nobody. I know my room, how my room is in the morning, when the sun peeps over the roof of the Murphy house behind ours and comes through my Venetian blinds. I know the sound when it rains hard and pings against the windows and the drain pipe outside. I can get up out of my bed in the middle of the night and walk around my room without even looking because I know where every single thing is. Nothing about my room is scary. When the floorboards creak at night, I know it's floorboards and not some monster. When the wind rubs the maple tree against the side of the porch outside, I'm not afraid some crook is sneaking into our house. When you live in a room your whole life, that room is yours. It doesn't belong to Jennifer, or my mom, or my dad, and it certainly doesn't belong to Grandpa Jack, who never even lived one day in this house. This room is mine. I love it, I belong in it, and I don't ever want to live anywhere else. Chapter 4. The Deadly Dinner. This chapter is about what happened at dinner that night. I'm not too proud about how I acted, but I'm going to write it anyway, because it is true and real. I didn't go dashing off to my mother when Jennifer dropped the news on me about Grandpa coming. I have a feeling about bad news. I always let it come to me instead of running around like an idiot looking for it. But I can tell you I was feeling pretty awful that whole afternoon, and I didn't have much appetite for dinner. My dad came home at his usual time that night, about 6 o'clock. My dad's name is Arthur, and he's an accountant. An accountant works with money, in case you didn't know, figuring out how much money people and companies have and what they should do with the money besides spending it. In the spring, when people have to pay their income taxes, my dad is very busy and sometimes comes home very late and even works on the weekends. Tax time, he calls it. And it goes on for months. During tax time, he disappears downstairs into his office in the basement and doesn't come out till it's over. Now, after telling you all that, I have to be truthful and say I don't know what my dad does exactly, except he uses a calculator and some big books called ledgers a lot. Anyway, we were on dessert and milk when the subject of Grandpa came up, and it was Mom who spoke about it. "Children," she said, "I have some wonderful news." Wonderful, I was thinking. If this was wonderful, then maybe Thursday was Sunday. You know that Grandpa Jack has been very sad down in Florida since Grandma died. Well, I was speaking to him the other day, and guess what? He's sold the house down there, and he's coming to live with us. Isn't that exciting? My mom was looking at me with such a happy expression on her face that I had to smile. Just a little. Terrific, I said, which was maybe one of the biggest lies of my life. "You'll finally get to know your grandpa," Dad said. "He's a great guy, Peter. He loves you and Jenny a lot." "I love him up to the sky and down to the ocean," Jenny said. "He always sends me candy on my birthday." "That's my silly sister. If Frankenstein gave her chocolate, she'd be his best friend." "When is Grandpa coming?" I asked. "In about a week," Mom said. "He's just finishing some last-minute things, and then he'll fly up here to stay." "We've got to make Grandpa feel welcome, kids," Dad said. "Our home is his home now. I expect you to treat him just like a member of the family, with respect and courtesy, and maybe a little extra understanding because he misses Grandma so." "It may be a little strange in the beginning," Mom said, "having Grandpa here all the time. But I know you'll do everything you can to make him happy." "Can I show him my ballet routines?" Jenny asked. Perhaps, Dad said, smiling. He'll probably enjoy them. Will he play the piano for me while I dance? Not unless he's suddenly learned how to play the piano, Mom said. Will he play casino with me? Jenny asked. Jenny, Dad said, let's not jump all over Grandpa Jack the minute he walks in here. Let him settle and get comfortable. Dad looked over at me. Peter, why so silent? Just thinking, I said. Are you worried about Grandpa coming here? Mom asked. A little, I said. I saw a funny look pass from Mom to Dad. Where's he going to stay? I asked. In the guest room? Well, Dad said with kind of a sigh. No, Peter. Where then? I asked. Exactly. Let's talk about it, Dad began. You see, Peter, Grandpa's leg is really bad. He can't walk stairs very well. So putting him on the top floor of the house, up 2 whole flights of stairs, that's not a good idea. And the bathroom on the top floor is only a half bath, Peter, Mom said. If we put Grandpa up there, he'd have to go down a flight of stairs to shower, then up again. Couldn't you put a shower in the top floor bathroom, I asked. Not really, Dad said. Why not? I said. There's only those old dinky rooms up there where we store things away. You could make the bathroom bigger. Look, Peter, Dad said. We've been thinking awfully hard about where Grandpa can stay, and it seems there can only be one answer. No, I said as fast as I could. It has to be your room, Peter, Dad said. Absolutely, positively, 100% no, spelled N-O. I didn't just say that, I yelled it. Peter, Mom said, don't shout. Don't you want Grandpa to live with us? Jenny said. How can you be so mean? Stay out of this, bird brain, I said to her. Oh, Peter, Dad sighed, shaking his head slowly. Why can't Jenny give up her room? I asked. Why does it have to be me? She's still a baby, Peter, Mom said. I am not, Jenny said. She looked insulted. She still gets up in the middle of the night sometimes, Mom went on. And she needs looking after more than you do, especially getting dressed in the morning. You know what a slowpoke she is, and how I have to keep after her. She'd be late for school every day. You're a big boy now, Peter, almost grown up. I depend on you, you know that. It's not fair, I said. It's not fair that Grandma died, Dad said. It's not fair that Grandpa is so sad and lonely. Life isn't always fair, Pete. We'll try to make you as comfortable as possible on the 3rd floor, Mom said. Who knows? Maybe you'll enjoy living up there. Oh, no, I won't, I cried out. I love my room. It's mine. And even as I said that, I knew it wouldn't do any good. So I did the only thing I could. I jumped up from my chair, ran up to my room, threw myself on the bed, and cried like a maniac.